Alright, testing, testing. Alright, Surface Transportation 1013 for proper use of the voting trust. 1013 1, independence of the trustee of the voting trust. 1013 2, and irrevocability of the trust. 1013 3, review the requirements for the carriers. 1031, independent of the voting trust. Avoid control of individual voting that shall be established over the controlling trusted stock of the trustee shall maintain the commitment independent from the creator of the trust or the seller. Neither the trustee or the seller or the respective affiliation have the name of the officer of the board member of the common of the director of the arrangement but in control of the good to contribute to the creating of the indicum of the settler over the trustee of the trustee should not even the voting power of the trustee of the way which would create the intercorporate relationship between the settler and the carrier who have the corporate security constitute the corpus of the trust. The trustee should be entitled to receive his cash dividend to declare the pay of the trustee's voting stock to turn them over the settler. The divided ends of the cash should be received held within the trustee upon the same term of the condition of the stock with the constitute the corpus of the trust. If the trust becomes disqualified, becomes the violation of the trust agreement with the trust resigns, the settler should be appointed as a successor and trustee within 15 days. 13.2. Irrevocability of the trust. The trust nomination of the trustee during the term of the trust should be irrevocable. The trust should remain with effect under certain events for the special of the trust occur. For example, the trust might remain with effect with 1 over the deposit tax over the person with affiliate with the settler with the 2 for the trustee receive the board of decision authorizing the settler to require the control of the carrier authorization relief of the security with any of the reason. Settler should not be able to control the events for the terminating of the trust if they except from by filing with the board application for the control of the carrier while stock is held in trust. For the trust agreement for the control of the provision with the ensure that no violation of Title 49 U.S. Standard Code 11323 will result of the termination of the trust. 1013.3, reviewing the reporting requirement of the regulated carrier, and the carrier using the trust of the person of the voting to the board, the board shall binding opinion with whether the voting the trust effectively insulates the settler of the violation board policy with against the unauthorized acquisition control regulated carrier. Any of the persons subject to the independent trust of the receiver of the voting stuff of the carrier that must file a copy of the trust of the line with the auxiliary modifying with the documents of the board. Any required to file the Schedule 13D with the security exchange with the commission with which report for the purchase of the 5% of the more of the registered security. Another board regulated carrier or list to show the company with the controlling 10% of the more of the stock of the board regulated carrier. The more simultaneously file a copy of the schedule for the board along with the supplement of the schedule. Fail to comply with the reporting requirements of the paragraph being 2 of this section will result in the denial of the application for the acquisition of the control through the acquisition voting staff of the carrier. The somebody unless the applicant with the show that the clearly conveys evidence of the board find that the failure to comply with the until denial of the application will substantially adversely affect the public interest in national transportation policy. Part 1014, enforcement of the non-discrimination of the non-discrimination of the base of the handicap of the program's activity conducted with the Surface Transportation Board.